everyone, and welcome back to Brink of Speed. My name is Mike, and today's video is very exciting. I hope you enjoyed that beginning where we got to hear and see the new GT500. And you're probably wondering what I'm talking about when I say finally the truth has come out about the horsepower on this Mustang, this Shelby Mustang GT500. So I'm going to just go ahead and jump right into it as soon as I give a warm welcome to any new person on the channel that has not yet joined the Brink of Speed community. Welcome, and thank you for hitting that play button. And for those of you who have been with me for a very long time, welcome back. Thank you for joining me, and don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the truth is that no one knows what the horsepower will be. There are many guesses out there, but nobody actually knows. And there's all sorts of videos popping up on YouTube stating that we know the new horsepower of the 2020 Shelby GT500. And then you click on the video and they're just guessing. And that's okay. That's fine. I actually like the fact that there's a lot of people out there right now trying to figure it out. And I'm one of them. I'm definitely one of those guys that wants to figure it out. And I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But I also wanted to ask you guys a question. Has anyone else noticed the similarities between this Ford Shelby GT500 and the 2019 C7 ZR1? Well, let's discuss them. For example, they both have V8s with very large superchargers on them. And not only are they large superchargers, but they are the exact same size, 2.65 liters. The rumor right now for horsepower is that this Mustang is going to have 755 horsepower, which when you look at the ZR1, it has 755 horsepower. When you look at the front end of this Mustang, there are a lot of similarities there also. For example, they both have huge openings all over the front grille for massive air intake for these large superchargers. They also have massive front splitters with the giant deflectors that actually look very similar. They're very much the same height, same size, everything. Also, the rear wing is a carbon fiber wing instead of a spoiler. This is probably the first Mustang I've ever seen since the Cobra R with an actual wing instead of a spoiler. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting that these cars had quite a few similarities and shared the exact same size supercharger and supposedly the same amount of horsepower. The next question that I have for you guys is, who is the Shelby GT500's competition? Who is it competing with? In my opinion, it is not a drag car. It is a straight track car. You're either going to buy the normal Shelby GT500 and daily drive it or whatever you're going to do with it, drive it around town, or you're going to buy the track version and you're going to take it to the track and it's going to perform extremely well. With that being said, its main competition is Chevrolet Camaro ZL1s and the 1LE because it doesn't really directly compete with a Corvette. Mustangs are not in the same category as a Corvette, in my opinion. A Mustang is a sports car. A Camaro is a sports car. A Corvette is a supercar nowadays. So, and especially the Z06 and ZR1. Now let's go ahead and talk about the horsepower. And just using my general car knowledge and common sense, I can make a decent prediction of what this car's horsepower will be. So we know that it's a 5.2 liter V8. It has a 2.65 liter supercharger. And they're wanting this car to compete with Camaro ZL1, 1LEs, Dodge Viper, ACRs, and Z06 Corvettes and ZR1 Corvettes. Now, because of rumors that I've heard about the Camaro, ZL1 1LE, or just a ZL1 period, of having quite a bit more horsepower the next time they bring one out, I would be willing to guess that Ford is wanting to produce around that horsepower or more. And so my prediction is somewhere around 785 to 800. I believe that we're going to see that type of horsepower out of this car. Now that brings me to my next point, which is something very interesting. This transmission is shared with the GT500 and the new C8 coming out. It is a Tremec 7-speed transmission. Now, before we get into talking about that, I want to talk about the reasons why Ford says that it needs this transmission. They are stating that this car produces too much horsepower to enable them to put a manual 6-speed or 7-speed or whatever they would go with in this car. Now, that's a little puzzling because of the fact that right now we all know that you can get the ZR1 in a 7-speed manual transmission that easily handles the 755 horsepower it produces. And I know that Ford has just as much technology and has access to the same types of transmissions as Chevy. So it's a little bit weird that they're saying that this car produces too much horsepower to handle a manual transmission. So with that being said, that gets me kind of excited because of the fact that the C8 is getting this transmission, and we've all been told by numerous people, and it's on the Corvette forum, that there is probably going to be a C8 with 800 to 1,000 horsepower. And so with this Tremec 7-speed dual clutch transmission, we know that not only is the Ford Mustang GT500 going to be able to handle, or it's going to have it, and it's going to be able to handle the high horsepower with it, but the C8 is getting the exact same transmission, and it's going to be able to handle a bunch of horsepower with it. So again, I did not know what the horsepower was, but I wanted to take a guess at it just like everyone else, and let you know that no one knows what it is. And as soon as we do, obviously, we'll let you know. But for now, you can mark my words that I am predicting 785 to 800 horsepower. And with that being said, I'm going to leave you with a few pictures of the outside of this car. They're beautiful, beautiful pictures, and a couple of inside pictures that are also very pretty. This car has great looks in my opinion, and I am actually interested in this car. I can't wait till it comes out so I can go check it out and hopefully be able to drive one for the channel. So with that being said, if you have not joined the Brink of Speed community, make certain that you hit that red subscribe button and the bell button so that you're notified when my new content comes out. Give me a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you out on the road.
I'm gonna love you like crazy.